begin with the first question. What are the main features in this game, and in your opinion, what's the best for you?
Well, a lot of what we did was to try to capture the emotion and the drama that is the FIFA World Cup. And in a video game, it's sometimes hard to convey that. So a lot of the features we did, they're about the surroundings of the match, the surroundings of the pitch. So we made sure all of our stadiums were very authentic. They look really good. The lighting system is in full effect. We've brought the fans into the game like never before. They are, a character that's sometimes as important as the player, which also happens during the World Cup. So those fans with the crazy hats, the crazy face paints, they're the ones that catch the attention. So we really went the extra mile to have all those characteristics in the game. And when you talk about gameplay and the game modes, I think my personal favorite new feature is the integration of training into all of our game modes. So we use our skill games technology to actually make training drills just like players would have in real life situations. So in your campaign, be it during qualifiers or the World Cup itself, you're going to have match days and you're going to have training days where you're going to pick which players and which attributes, which types of drills you want to play to improve their skills.
This game, FIFA World Cup, is coming from FIFA old version or the next version? The next gen version.
Right. So it's coming out for what we call the current gen platform. So it's coming out for Xbox 360 and PS3 exclusively. And the reason behind that was really that that's where our biggest audience is going to be. And we wanted to make sure instead of making too many versions, and we don't have limitless resources, right? We have limited resources. So instead of spreading our team too thin and making versions of the game that wouldn't please anyone, we decided to focus on the one that will achieve the most of our public and really make that one shine and make the claim that this is the best looking sports game ever made for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360.
And it's going to be in a physical format on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. What about PC and console next gen?
Yeah, we're not releasing this game for other platforms other than the Xbox 360 and the PS3, but what we have hinted at, and we'll go into more detail later, is that for the users on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, they will have a flavor of the World Cup inside Ultimate Team. So we're gonna dress the Ultimate Team mode, which is very popular, with some World Cup content. What that content is, we're gonna announce at a later date, but those users will have a flavor of what the World Cup is in their games as well.
Okay, so I heard that you are a big fan of Fred. Yeah, you say that, but what about Messi and Ronaldo? In the older versions like FIFA 14, Ronaldo is better than Messi. What about in this game?
Right, I think one of the reasons why a lot of people think that is because Messi's style of play, of close control of the ball at high speeds, it was something hard to replicate in the video game, where it's really hard to mimic the small movements that he makes at high speeds that take the ball away from defenders and dribbles through defenders. But I think in this version of the game, in the official World Cup 2014 version of the game, we have improved a lot of our gameplay in that sense to make those things happen, to make it so that the control of the ball is a lot tighter and the player can turn a lot more easily and more agile if he is good enough, which we know Messi certainly is. So I think this might be the first game where it really favors his style. Well, Ronaldo is also an excellent, a fantastic player, so he's probably going to be really good as well, and he can do those things too, but he's actually more of like a powerful type of player, more athletic type of player, which so far I think those attributes were a little bit, were favored in the game rather than, Messi's close control. But I think in this game, maybe it's gonna even up, or even if you have the right style, you're gonna make the most out of Messi than you did before.
Okay, and the last question, as a pro gamer, as I am, I have to ask you what I should do. Crosses, shoot from outside, corner kicks, set pieces.
Well, I think set pieces are a big one in this game because we have reworked the way positioning of the players works, and you can actually trigger different set piece statics as you want. So in a corner kick, you can ask your players to run to the near post, the far post, into the 6-yard box, or to the edge of the box if you want to, cross the ball there. But also, crossing is improved, and heading is definitely improved with what we are calling over-the-back headers. So the ability of a player to use the opponent's body to his advantage and sometimes climb over them, still legally within the rules of the game, but being able to react to the other player not going for the ball. So this player now can go for the ball from behind and use that as an advantage. So those battles in the air are also a lot more interesting now, and I think that's a valid strategy too.
We avoid the random in the crosses.
Right, yeah, well, that's something that a lot of people complain about, right? Oh, crossing is 50-50, it's just a coin toss. So I think a lot of effort we're putting into that area is to address that concern. And this game has, a lot of improvement in that area for sure.
Okay, well, thank you very much.